Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Silvastone, and you're watching Factory 78. Yeah. Silvastone is a producer, artist, songwriter. Those are the main titles of Silvastone. Silverstone's not my real name, no, but you know, it's the name that people will know me by, unless you knew me pre-Silverstone days. I've been doing it for like 10 years now. You know, like I said, I'm a producer first, so I've been producing for different artists for many years, writing also, and yeah, that's like a bit of my background. As a child, I was influenced by a lot of reggae that my brother was playing, a lot of pop music, you know, Culture Club, all of that stuff. But then when I went to Sierra Leone, I was woken up by classical music. My dad used to play classical records every morning. And then also just the local music in Sierra Leone. You know, I used to listen to a lot of that. So, yeah, my music genres, you know, what I was influenced by was just so diverse. You know, and that's what kind of makes up the Silverstone sound right now. It's kind of short. Basically, I used to DJ. My brother taught me how to DJ. And then one day I lost all my records in the car. Like, we parked the car, went back, the car gone. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to concentrate on my production. But many years later, I met up with an artist called Emmanuel Jal. And he was like, yo, man, I need a DJ. And I was like, you know what? I was thinking of getting back into DJing. And so I got back into it, you know, touring with him all over the world. Also doing it with Blak Twang. So that's kind of how I got back into the DJing. And DJing for me is really important in my production as well, because as a DJ, I kind of understand sonically what I think I understand. I believe I understand what people want in terms of, you know, if I want to make a pop record, if I want to make a slow jam, or, you know, so it kind of helps me to understand the sonics of music. I haven't really collaborated with a lot of people, especially on my upcoming EP Transitions, just because I feel like I want to create my own sound. I want to find my sound. But yeah, if I'm feeling what you're doing, then yeah, definitely we'll work. Like, that's how I find my collaborations. I don't really, you know, it's no rocket science. If I'm feeling it, we'll do it. The only challenges I've faced is from the support from like people in different scenarios, maybe some DJs really not really showing love to the music. I think it's just and sometimes you think, oh, is the song not good enough? But it's not really that. It's more politics. So it's getting through the politics and stuff like that, and understanding that, you know what, it's all about the people. Forget the politics. You know what I mean? We forget that the politics, the people rule the politics, not necessarily the politics ruling the people. So you have to kind of understand that. Don't really, you know, don't worry about the hurdles. You understand? Yeah, like, so I don't really watch that. Gosh, I've made music with Blak Twang, Emmanuel Jal, gosh, Sarkodie, Chidinma, Illbliss, Don Jazzy, and then Sway, Bashi, Akala, like loads of people. In terms of who I get along with, I had a really good chemistry with Kanja. We always have good chemistry. He's a Kenyan artist. Also, Sarkodie, we did about 4 or 5 records in the studio, you know, not long ago. It was just so, you know, the chemistry was just, you know, it was just flowing. So, you know, I worked really well with him. Blak Twang as well. Is a guy that I work really well with, you know. So yeah, to be honest, it's guys who are humble, you know what I mean, that are just ready to work and just listen. And then I'm the same, like, yo, you got an idea, okay, let's do it, you know what I mean. So those are the ones I've really kind of gelled with. How did they catch my attention? I think what it is through relationships. The way I kind of see my music and my sound is it's bigger than me. It's bigger than the UK. You understand? I see it as a worldwide thing. It's bigger than just West Africa. You know, sometimes we feel that West Africa is the only place. If you're from Ghana, you want to just hit Ghana, or Nigeria, then you must just hit Nigeria. But for me, there's so many countries You know what I mean? There's so many different countries that we haven't touched, and so much talent. And for me, that's what excites me. Just getting a new talent, getting new vibes, meeting different people, you know, and just trying new things. It's not always about the same old. So yeah, it's through relationships, and I get the relationships because I've been blessed to travel quite a lot. I've maintained them, and then I'll travel back, we'll do work, you know. So yeah, try and do visuals. Yeah. The best rapper. There's only probably two guys I'll probably put together, and that's M.i and Sarkodie. Sarkodie, because his flow is just crazy. Personally, like, I don't understand everything he says because I don't speak Chi. I don't understand it, but his flow, his technique is just above many, if not most of the guys that are out there. M.i, because his wordplay is just insane. The way his mind works when he's writing, I just love that. And for me, M.i and Sarkodie are up there as top African rappers. 5 years ago, there wasn't a UK Afrobeats thing. You got to remember, like, a lot of people forget that Afrobeats has a home in Africa, in the whole continent. So it was thriving. 5 years ago, I was still going to clubs in Kenya, you know, Nigeria, and it was popping off there. It just wasn't over here. You understand? So now, 5 years forward, Afrobeats is really doing well here. So I feel that, you know, and obviously over here 5 years ago, there were still clubs in your Old Kent roads, you know, that were still playing African music. You'll go there and you're like, that's the only place you'll find African music. But now it's done really well. So yeah, 5 years ago was the foundation, do you know what I mean, for what's happening now. I Am What I Am with Mark Morrison, that came about through a good friend of mine called Matchstick. He's a DJ, and he hit me up. He was like, yo, I've got this remix by Mark Morrison, and we want you to do it. So I was like, all right, cool. Got the vocals, and I heard it, and I was like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do an Afrobeat remix. So I did the beat, and then I was thinking, okay, let me try and get someone to jump on it. And I was like, but then I could hear a verse in my head. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to put a verse down. So I put the verse down, did all my bits, and then I sent it to him, and Mark went crazy over it. I was like, yo, that needs it needs a video. So yeah, we done the video, and it was a really good look, you know, because it was one of his biggest records, comeback records, I would say, in terms of the hype, in terms of the sound. Mark Morrison's never done Afrobeats. You understand? Like, he's a Bayesian UK artist. You understand? So like, for him to do the Afrobeat sound was really different. And you got to remember, he was like the original T-Pain, the original Akon. You know what I mean? Before these guys. So to work with such a legend, a UK legend like that, was like extremely, you know, inspiring for me as a producer, as an artist, as a writer. So yeah. So Bust My Head, now that came about, there was a time I was, because I do a lot of mentoring with kids. So I was mentoring some kids, but they were late. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to make a beat. So I started making the beat, and the Bust My Head beat started coming. And I was like, you know what? This is crazy. So I just put down a rough idea. And then I was like, all right, when I finish with these kids, I'm heading to the studio. Let me do this. So headed to the studio. And yeah, just the song started just coming in my head. The bass line was just rumbling. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is busting my head, man. And I was like, child, that's the chorus right there. Bust my head. And then, yeah, just, you know, so I put the verses down, recorded it, played it in my car. The thing was crazy. So I was like, all right, cool. This is it. And to be honest, it's probably the second to last song from that was created for my EP. So yeah, I reached out to my boy Digo and Igniter, you know, and they loved us. They loved the song, came up with the concept of the video, and shot the video, you know. So shout out to Igniter, Digo Visions, Gory, you know what I mean, who were behind the visuals on that. Coke Studio Africa, got a shout out to my guy Buddha Blaze in Kenya, a good friend of mine. He hooked me up with that. He was like, yo, we're about to do this Coke Studio, and I want to get you on board. So I was like, all right, cool. As an artist, it was like, no, as a producer, because they've got artists. The way Coke Studio works, they work within certain regions. So they wouldn't really reach out to a UK Afrobeats artist or Sierra Leonean or Ghanaian. You understand? They've got the different regions they pick from, but they were like, you know what, as a producer we can bring you in because I feel what you've done, and I've been doing a lot of work in Kenya as well. So yeah, I came through with that, and then came through to that, and I'm linked up with Navio and Wyre, and that was just crazy. I've worked with Wyre before on an X Project song, and then Navio was the first time, so it was really good to kind of meet up with them and vibe and remix their whole song. So I had to remix it and literally change the whole sound of the record, so it kind of like, so it's just a completely new remix and orchestrate it with a band. So yeah, it was really good. Like, I've never done that before, and I had to step to the plate. Plus, I was the first producer for them to try that, that idea with. So after that, they had more producers. So it was crazy. It wasn't like, yeah, okay, we want you to do this. It was more like, okay, yeah, we love what you're doing, we love what they're doing, but how do we make this work? And I had to think, okay, you know what? I need to make this work. So yeah, it was a fantastic experience. A week in Kenya, you know what I mean? It's like my third home, you know what I mean? I love that place. So yeah, it was really good. Gosh, my brand new EP, which is called Transitions, dropping on the 11th of November. You're going to expect the unexpected. That's what you should expect, man, because right now that EP has just got different sounds on it. It's my whole, it's like, it's Silvastone on a CD, basically, literally in a box, even though I don't like to put myself in a box. But the whole thing is called Transitions because I'm making a change from being just a producer to a producer artist, and for me it's a new change for me, you understand? And with the music, because I've been producing a lot of different genres for people, that's what you're going to hear. So you're going to hear songs that have reggae influence, songs that have drum and bass influence, songs that have, hip hop influence, trap, like Afro, everything infused with African music, basically. So yeah, that's the whole concept behind Transitions. And, I've been very blessed to have some of the songs being played. Bust My Head was playlisted on a good couple of radio stations. And then also a song that isn't a single yet. One big DJ by the name of Mr. Jam has been playing it quite a lot. It's called Human Being. And that has like a drum and bass, Afro drum and bass feel to it. And yeah, he's been championing the song. So, you're just going to hear, it's going to be something for everyone on that song, on that EP, and it's going to be the first of many. Transitions, 11th of November. Make sure you get it on iTunes or come to my EP launch, which is at Ronnie Scott's on 11th of November to get it's not a free copy. Come and buy a copy from there. So yeah. The international ones I've worked with, I've been on records with Estelle. So I've done a song with Estelle and Blak Twang. Wayne Marshall. And Damian Marley is a track that Damian Marley produced. Also, Afrojack, Rita Ora as well for productions. In terms of artistry, it's still fresh for me. So like a lot of the artists I've worked with, like in Ghana, has been One Love the Kubolo, Sarkodie, and I think there's one more which I can't remember. Sister Deborah, Uncle Obama, you guys might know that. Yeah, that's a song I produced. In Nigeria, Banky W, I said Illbliss, Eldee, The Dawn, San Sultan, and then in Kenya, Kanja. Ooh, who else? There's been many. M.i. There's quite a few artists that are big over there, so my whole vision is to kind of bring African music together in a way where it hasn't been done before. Before you make friends, make good music. Before you make friends, make good music. So you know that your music is, when you play it, even if they're hating on it, they're going to scratch their heads and be like, no, but this song is good. Understand? And then once you've got a good product, then yeah, try and make, send it to DJs, send it to friends, send it to people that are not just going to be yes people, but people that are going to tell you, you know what, I like this song, but I'm not sure, maybe you should change the kick, or should, don't be afraid to grow. You understand? Don't be afraid to take the criticism, because that's one thing I've learned from, especially traveling around, being around crazy artists. This some of the best advice I got was from Nile Rodgers. Just talking to him, he was just like, yo, because he told me how he did the whole soundtrack on Coming to America, that movie. Every bit of music was done by Nile Rodgers, and he was even saying like how he was coming up, writing music for that film, and they wanted to make the directors wanted it to be one way, but he had his vision, and he was like, you know what, okay, I'm gonna do it this. Don't be afraid to follow what your heart is saying. Don't follow what the charts are saying. Follow what your heart is saying. It's really important, because only you have that heart. Only you have that, that vision and that goal. So if you know what you need to do inside you, that's your calling. So you need to do that, as opposed to, Charlie, this guy done this track, we need to do a song like this song. You're always going to be 2 steps behind, because it's already been done. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's my advice to people. Follow your heart, man. I'm going to be shooting new videos for songs on the EP. Then after that, shows, and then I'm going to be working on another EP. In fact, I did about 45 songs for this EP, and only 9 made it. So you can imagine, I've got a backlog of music, and I'm always creating. So yeah, once that the transition is just the beginning, tip of the iceberg, you know what I mean? So I'm having an EP launch that is going to be at Ronnie Scott's, the world-renowned Ronnie Scott's. If you know about Ronnie Scott's, then you know about it. If you don't, go and Google it. Like, Ronnie Scott's is one of the most renowned music venues in the UK. Amazing jazz artists. Like, it's crazy, and I've been blessed. I'm so blessed to be able to have my EP launch there. No Afrobeat artist has ever done it there before, and that's what we want to do. We want to kind of bring something different, because there's a lot of people doing things, and it's fantastic for the scene. But if we all try and do the same thing, then it's not going to help. Let's try, that's why we have a body. We have different parts doing different things, and they all make the scene, you understand? So for me, bringing it to Ronnie Scott's is that, so the next person now can take it somewhere else bigger and bigger and bigger, So yeah, so shout out to everyone that's doing things big, out there in the scene. And yeah, as for my EP launch, 11th of November, Ronnie Scott's in London. Make sure you're there. It's going to be crazy. It's free of charge, so just come down, bring your friend and tell your friend. It's going to be a full live band. I think we're going to have like a 6 or 7 piece band that we're rehearsing with. So yeah, it's going down, man. It's going down. Yeah, and then before that, if you're itching to see what I'm doing, catch me here at the Ritzy in Brixton on the 11th of October. So yeah, just put it in your diaries. 11th of October is Ritzy. 11th of November is Ronnie Scott's. Don't get them mixed up, because you'll be upset if you twist them, because you'll miss both. So 11th of November is Ritzy. Make sure you come through. I'll be performing with the wonderful lady by the name of Vicky Sola. So yeah, she'll be there. We'll be doing back-to-back songs with a live band, and also we'll probably be doing a duet as well. So yeah, we're taking things to, we're just trying to make a difference in, with live music, with Afro music. So yeah, we're doing things, man. We're on the grind here. So yeah, make sure you come through 11th of October at the Ritzy in Brixton. So yeah, so make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Silvastone Beats, at SilvastoneBeats. Also Instagram at Silvastone, Facebook at Silvastone, and then also go to my website silverstonemusic.com to find out more information. The videos are there. You can also download my mixtape in the meantime called The Resume. That has like, I think it has like 21, 22 songs, that I produced for other people. So yes, and it's very entertaining as well. So make sure you download that and get it before the EP drops. So yeah.